Good evening. I'd like to call to order open session at 7:03 p.m. Pledge of Allegiance, I'd like to ask Trustee Pierce to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ooh. Or Mr. Alvarez.
Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Land acknowledgement, Trustee Duran.
We acknowledge that our district is on the ancestral land of the Cahuilla people, with whom we have a long-standing partnership. We are grateful for the opportunity to prepare future generations, teaching them to respect and contribute to their community and to continue the stewardship exemplified by the Cahuilla people.
Thank you. Roll call will reflect that all board members, as well as cabinet and superintendent, are present. Approval of the minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of July 15, 2025?
So moved, Porras.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second, Pierce.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Board meeting agenda, Dr. May Volmar.
There are none this evening.
Thank you. Approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda of the regular meeting of August 12, 2025?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second, Pierce.
Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Community staff and student recognition, Dr. May Volmar.
Thank you very much. I'd like to invite our Public Information Officer, Tamara Watkins, up to the podium.
Good evening, board members, cabinet, and colleagues, and of course, our honored guests tonight. I'm very happy to be here to help recognize DSUSD Excellence. So before we jump in, quick reminder, after you get your award, please return to your seat so that we can hear the board's comments about your special recognition. And then when we wrap up, we'll meet in the lobby for a quick photo opportunity. But for right now, the best part, Dr. Dan Borgen, Director of Personnel and Leadership Development. He's joining us to present our Employees of the Month.
Such a dramatic introduction, I thought it was deserving of an applause. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. So again, it's my honor, first, good evening, board and cabinet. It's my honor to present our Employees of the Month. It's our new employee recognition program. Tonight, I'm going to recognize 2 employees that were supposed to be recognized in June, but we know in education, June gets pretty busy with vacations and all, so I invited these folks back tonight so that we could recognize them proper. So first off, our classified Employee of the Month for the month of June, Brenda Bueno. Brenda is a custodian in this very building, the DEC. And here's some words about Brenda. Brenda is an outstanding custodian and person. She takes initiative and pride in her work and approaches, stay here, Brenda. I'm here. She takes initiative and pride in her work and approaches her duties with a positive can-do attitude. In the spring, Brenda moved nearly 200 boxes of paper records into a centralized area as part of the district's transition from paper to electronic records. Besides her prowess and performance as a custodian, Brenda is a compassionate, kind, and incredibly thoughtful person. Desert Sands Unified School District is fortunate to have a person of her caliber as part of its team. Congratulations, Brenda. Our certificated Employee of the Month for the month of June, Patricia Lisa, Palm Desert High School. Are you surprised? Oh, like all the flowers back there were for someone else? Oh, here's Patricia. It is my great honor to stand here tonight and recognize an exemplary member of the Palm Desert School family. Exemplary. So the person that wrote this used a 10 font. I'm sorry, Patricia. Miss Patricia Lisa, revered math department chair. My goodness. We are thrilled to present Miss Lisa with the Certificated Employee of the Month Award for her unwavering dedication and exceptional leadership. Miss Lisa consistently goes above and beyond the call of duty for both her students and her colleagues. This past semester, when the school faced a significant teacher shortage in math, her commitment shone through in a remarkable way. Not only did she ensure that all guest teachers had the appropriate lessons and resources to be effective, but she also took it upon herself to personally step into classrooms. Using her own prep time and even her department chair release hour, she dedicated herself to teaching and reteaching crucial lessons, particularly for calculus students, to ensure they received the high-quality instruction they deserved. Her leadership extends far beyond the classroom. Ms. Lisa is a tireless advocate for her entire department. She is an amazing leader who continuously works to ensure the professional learning communities in the math department are highly effective and relentlessly focused on providing quality instruction to all students. Ms. Lisa's actions are a true testament to her passion for education and her deep commitment to the success of every student and staff member at Palm Desert High School. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Patricia Lisa on this well-deserved honor. Congratulations, Patricia. Thank you.
One more round of applause for that exemplary awards presentation, Dr. Borgen. Thank you.
Thank you. Introduction of new and recently promoted employees, Dr. Hyde.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I guess first off, is Jacqueline Alvarado here? It's Jacqueline. You are? Okay. So Jacqueline, please come on up. Jacqueline is joining us as a new assistant principal at Roosevelt Elementary School. Ms. Alvarado brings 17 years of dedicated service to the Desert Sands Unified School District, having served as a classroom teacher, a guest teacher, an intervention teacher, a project teacher, and an instructional coach. She was recognized as Roosevelt Elementary's Teacher of the Year in 2018 and played a key role at the school achieving its PBIS Gold status in 2023. In her personal life, Ms. Alvarado enjoys quality time with her family and following the Raiders and the Dodgers. Ms. Alvarado, congratulations. Please introduce any guests that you might have and say a few words.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. First and foremost, I want to thank God for his guidance and his grace. Also, I'd like to sincerely thank the school board, superintendent, assistant superintendents, and district administrators for this amazing opportunity. I'm incredibly honored and grateful for the trust you've placed in me. I want to express gratitude to my Roosevelt family, Dr. Martinez, Letty Hernandez, Dr. Tanya Strange, Roxy, Shayna, and all the district personnel who have supported, encouraged, and mentored me throughout my career. To my family, I want to thank you for your strength and encouragement to keep going. My sisters, Cecilia and Michelle, my brother Frankie, nieces, Ajane and Gabby, my son Andrew, my better half Armando, my mom Luz, who instilled perseverance, and my dad, who's watching over me from heaven. Thank you all so much.
Honored to introduce Joshua Alvarez, the new principal at Jefferson Middle School. Joshua Alvarez is stepping into the role of principal at Jefferson Middle School. Mr. Alvarez has an extensive and successful career within the Desert Sands Unified School District. His previous roles include music teacher at Indio Middle School and Page Middle School, CWA attendance facilitator, instructional coach at Jefferson Middle School, and most recently, assistant principal at Indio High School. Mr. Alvarez's contributions have been recognized with multiple Teacher of the Year awards, including Indio Middle School Teacher of the Year in 2010 and 17, and DSUSD Middle School Teacher of the Year in 2019. Congratulations, Mr. Alvarez. Again, please introduce any guests that you might have and say a few words.
Thank you. Good evening, President, Dr. Watson, Superintendent Kelly May Bulmer, and the Board of Trustees, and Cabinet members and our community. It's a privilege to be here tonight, and an even bigger privilege to serve in the capacity of this district. I want to thank my wife, Diana, who is wrestling with our little one back there, so thank you for that, and thank you all for the patience and hearing the cries. Thank you for cheering me on, honey. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for believing in me and reminding me of God's calling when I needed it the most. And to my wonderful children, Noah, Naomi, Nathaniel, and Nehemiah, they are my daily reminder of why this work matters. My mom, Diana, is present in the room as well, and I want to honor her, and I want to thank her for her prayers and believing in my calling. And my late father, Richard Alvarez, he has set such an incredible example that I strive to follow every day. I'm really thankful to my family, who's also here with me there in that row next to my mom and my wife. I appreciate them so much. I also really want to give honor to a few people that have made a tremendous impact in my life. Several of them are here in the district. Ms. Hartman, Dr. Wilson, who's now in Redlands, retired Mrs. Becky Hudson, and the former principal Catherine Burling. They made a lasting impact on my life. And above all, I thank God for his faithfulness, love, and grace over my family and my career. I am grateful and excited beyond belief to be back at Thomas Jefferson Middle School and to work alongside the incredible staff, the dedicated staff. I cannot wait, because you're going to see it. I cannot wait to see what we accomplish together. I believe in them and I believe in our kids. Thank you so much for entrusting me with that great responsibility. Thank you.
Next, it's my honor to introduce Michael Bowes, the new assistant principal at Shadow Hills High School. Michael, please come up. Mr. Bowes comes to us with valuable experience, having previously served as a teacher, instructional coach, and dean in Los Angeles as assistant principal in the Sacramento area. In his leisure time, Mr. Bowes is developing new interests in golf and cycling. So welcome and congratulations, Mr. Bowes. If you have any guests, please introduce them and say a few words.
No guests right now. My family, we're still in the process of relocating. I've been here about a month so far, and I gotta say, I cannot imagine a more welcoming environment. So I want to thank the board and the district personnel for being so welcoming, so inviting. I'm a little nervous. New district, new school, new area. But I really feel with the help and support that I've gotten so far, this is going to be a fantastic year at Shadow Hills. And I cannot wait to start working with these kids and get them off to college, career, and greater things. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
Just a quick check-in. Is Angelica Espinoza, is she here? Okay. All right, so we'll introduce Angelica at a future meeting. Brooke Triplett, I think you're here. Brooke, come on up. Brooke Triplett will be serving as the coordinator for the Local Control and Accountability Program, or the LCAP. Ms. Triplett brings a wealth of experience to this position, including her background as a middle school and high school teacher, instructional coach, and most recently an assistant principal at Page Middle School. In her free time, Ms. Triplett enjoys reading, traveling, and spending time with her family. Brooke, congratulations. Please introduce any guests you might have and say a few words.
I don't have any guests here either. They're at home, but I do thank my wonderful husband for carting them off to soccer and dance and all the things so that I can be here. Thank you guys. Thank you to the cabinet. Thank you to superintendents, board members. I found my home here in Desert Sands when I moved back from Texas, and it has been a pleasure serving in all the different roles that I've been in so far. And I look around the room and I see so many people who have supported me and lifted me up through my journey. I want to thank specifically Lizzie Hartman and Nicole Aguirre, two of the most incredible principals I have ever had the privilege of working under. And I just am really excited for this new role and opportunity. So thank you.
It's my honor to introduce the new assistant principal at La Quinta Middle School, Elizabeth Van Dorn. Ms. Van Dorn's previous roles at La Quinta High School include math teacher, math department chair, International Baccalaureate IBT Diploma Program Coordinator, and now she's the new assistant principal at La Quinta Middle School. Beyond her professional commitments, Ms. Van Dorn enjoys playing the guitar and engaging in outdoor activities such as camping, hiking, swimming, and exploring. Ms. Van Dorn, welcome. Congratulations. Please introduce any guests you might have and say a few words.
Thank you. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Board of Education and the Cabinet for allowing me to be here. And on top of that, for recruiting me from Minnesota in 2007 and talking me into moving out here when I looked on a map and I thought the Salton Sea looked like a nice place to live because I liked lakes. Throughout my career, though, it has been like joining a family, welcoming, and someone had said that the desert's actually a really small town, but I came from a really small town, and now here I am, and it is a really small town when I see parents of students that I have, colleagues that I've worked with all over the district, and it is a small community, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. Here with me, I have my husband, Jim, and my children, Savina and James. My sister, Mary, and my brother, Josh, who are also Desert Sands employees, so thank you to them for encouraging me to step out of my comfort zone and kind of put myself out there and push for a leadership role. I'd like to thank the La Quinta Middle School for being so welcoming. It is a wonderful community to be a part of. Go Bulldogs. And then as well as many colleagues, like Miss Smith is a colleague from La Quinta High School who's sad that I'm leaving, but is still here to support me along the way. And everybody that I've worked with the past, 18 years, just to support me as I grow and learn and talk me into doing hard things. I appreciate you, Nicole. Thank you.
And last but certainly not least is Daniel Vargas, our new project manager. Daniel, please step up to the dais. So Daniel Vargas has been appointed as the new project manager for facility services. Mr. Vargas's interest in architecture was sparked during his high school years while working for a home builder. He is a licensed professional architect in both California and Arizona. In his spare time, Mr. Vargas pursues his passion for photography. Mr. Vargas, welcome. Congratulations. If you have any guests, please introduce them and say a few words.
Okay. No guests, just myself. But I want to thank the board, the superintendent, and the cabinet for my selection. And I'm enthusiastic about joining Desert Sands here and working on your new measure. And your efforts were approved by the voters, which shows a lot of gratitude they have toward your successful program. Thank you.
Board and superintendent comments. Ms. Pierce?
Always hate being first.
Lucky.
I just want to congratulate all the employees of the two employees of the month, the classified for June, Brenda, and the certificated, Patricia, and congratulate them on being chosen and having exemplary work that they do. Exemplary. Okay. Then, for the new employees, just welcome for your promotions to within Desert Sands, and also I believe who was outside, Michael Bose. Yes, welcome to the desert, and I'm glad you'll get your family settled down here and working with Dr. Dunn there. So thank you. I didn't name everybody.
Mr. Alvarez?
Good evening, everyone. Just want to recognize, how Ms. Pierce stated, Brenda and Patricia for the exemplary service that you've provided to our community. More importantly, and equally so, just want to recognize those who got promoted. How exciting is that to start off a new year? Those who are doing, site admin work or just teaching, you get jittery, you get a little nervous, you get excited as you plan your presentations and you're getting ready to open up a school. Just want to recognize Ms. Alvarado, Mr. Alvarez, no relation, Ms. Triplett, Mr. Bose, Ms. Van Dorn, Mr. Vargas for the opportunity that you guys have. It's exciting for you. And it goes along with the theme of a new school year. We are going to be welcoming a group of new teachers tomorrow morning, and that's an opportunity to just set the tone for them. And there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes as we prepare for a new school year. Those at the district office who are making it possible for you guys to have the things you need. Those at the school site, whether it's your nutritional staff getting ready, your custodial, your office people who are doing all this work. More importantly, I could think about the site admin as they prepare to inspire, to lead a group of individuals who are going to be on the front lines of our students. So it's just an opportunity for me to say thank you for the work that you're doing, that you're going to be doing, and an opportunity to set the tone as instructional leaders that we know we need you to be. So just thank you. It's an honor to be of service to you guys.
Ms. Porras?
Okay, well, ditto. But when it gets to number 3, it's like, you know. Anyway, congratulations to Brenda and Patricia for Student of the Month, Employee of the Month. And congratulations to all the recently promoted. I just want to say that Desert Sands really is a family. And I love when we promote within and bring new people in. So you came at the perfect time, summer, so good luck. If you can make it through our summer, you're good. So, but anyway, congratulations.
Mr. Grant?
Thank you, everybody. Kudos and congratulations to everybody who was recently promoted, or has made the long trek or journey to decide to join our team here at Desert Sands. I welcome you. I wish you the best year for 2025, 26. I don't use $5 words, okay? I just want to let you know. I'll keep it safe there. But thank you, everybody. Your credentials, when they read off your bios, I tell you, I sit here, I take notes, and then I just stop writing because they're so incredible, and each and every one of you comes with a skill set that I know is uniquely talented for the position that you're about to undertake. So again, congratulations, and have a great 25-26 school year.
Dr. Borgen, big words are hard, huh? But I know it wasn't because you couldn't see the word, right? The glasses worked perfect. Yeah. Congratulations to all for your promotions and welcome. I want to welcome everybody to the new school year, our staff, our students, to a great new school year. I want to thank all of the staff and families for being here to support everybody. I also want to acknowledge all of the comments that I've heard recently and seen on social media regarding the heat. I know everybody knows how I feel about the calendar and know that we are having talks and meetings about it, so it is a work in progress. There is, everybody knows when I have something to say that I write a written statement, so I do have something that I do want to address tonight. So I want to take a moment to directly address some recent allegations made against me that suggest either racist intent or lack of action regarding racism and bullying. These are serious allegations, and I do not take them lightly. Anyone knows me knows that these are not true. Let me be absolutely clear. I reject racism in all forms and color. I do not support, excuse, or tolerate racist behavior of any kind. I do not condone the use of racial slurs, period. As a human being, a parent, and president of the Board of Education, I expect every person, students, staff, and family members alike, to show respect to one another. The use of racial slurs by anyone on our campuses is unacceptable and goes against the values that we stand for as a district. On June 24th, 2025, our governing board unanimously adopted a new and comprehensive board policy, 5145.9, reaffirming our district's unwavering commitment to creating a respectful and safe learning environment, one that protects all students from discrimination, harassment, intimidation, bullying, or any behavior motivated by hate. This policy defines hate-motivated behavior as any act, verbal, physical, or symbolic, intended to cause emotional suffering, physical harm, or property damage, motivated in part or in whole by bias towards a person's race, ethnicity, nationality, immigration status, gender, disability, religion, sexual orientation, or any other legally protected characteristic. These behaviors have no place in our schools from anyone, and they will not be tolerated. The district has taken a proactive and thoughtful approach to preventing and addressing hate-motivated behavior. The superintendent and district staff have implemented strategies focused on social-emotional learning, cultural awareness, implicit bias, and conflict resolution. Staff are trained to uphold inclusive practices, recognize signs of discrimination, and respond to issues swiftly and appropriately. This ensures that safety is not just an idea, but an everyday reality in our classrooms. We deeply value the voices of our families. Our district supports multiple parent advisory groups, including the District Advisory Committee, African American Parent Advisory Committee, Native American Parent Group, District English Learner Advisory Committee, and Special Education Parent Groups. These groups are essential partners in shaping district policy and holding us accountable. Before the board even held its first reading of the updated hate-motivated behavior policy, district staff brought the proposed language to these parent groups. Parents with concerns were invited and participated also to meet one-on-one with staff to review the draft, recommended revisions, and made sure that language reflected the real needs and values of our community. As board president, I was proud to hear the extent of outreach our district leaders conducted. They did the work to ensure all voices were heard. The final policy that we adopted was not written in isolation. It was built with community feedback and rooted in shared responsibility. The fact that this policy passed unanimously reflects our collective commitment. This board does not support racism in any form. To be clear, board policy is not an opinion or a suggestion. This is the law of how we govern our district. As a board member, I am bound by these policies we create, and I fully support and uphold this one. We have established procedures to foster trust, support accountability, and create space for both healing and progress. This conversation is not about defending any one individual. It is a far greater responsibility than that. At its core, this is about upholding the principles and values that no student should ever feel unsafe, disrespected, or unseen because of the color of their skin. I say it over and over, my top priority is the safety of our students and our staff. Physical safety, mental safety, so I want to say it clearly. I reject racism in all forms. I reject hate-motivated behavior. I reject the use of racial slurs by anyone on our campuses. I stand by our board policy, not only in words, but in action. And I remain committed to fostering a supportive and safe environment for every student and every family in our district. Dr. Mevolmar.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. I also want to just go back a second and congratulate our employees of the month. I love our new program. I think that our employees are outstanding in so many ways, and I love that we have opportunities to acknowledge them and to recognize them publicly. And I also want to just say congratulations to all of our new and recently promoted employees. We are very excited about the roles that you're filling and the work that you'll do in the days ahead. So congratulations to each of you. I also wanted to share some words this evening. You know, this time of year, we spend a lot of time, staff does all across the district, getting ready for the school year to start, because it's very, very important to us that our students have the very best opportunities as they can have. And with 26,000 plus students, that responsibility weighs heavily on all of us because we truly do care deeply about our students. And so we recently have heard at board meetings concerns, as Dr. Watson was mentioning, about hate speech, and in particular, the hate speech that our African American students are experiencing. And we don't take those concerns lightly. We take them very, very seriously. I truly believe that our students deserve to learn and to grow in an environment that's safe, that's kind, that's caring, and that is respectful. And so there is no room for hate speech in our schools anywhere. And I think regardless of your political views, I think we can probably all agree that there's division that exists in our communities. It exists in our nation, and schools are no place for division. They are no place for hate, and they are no place for intolerance, and we will stand up against that and do all we can to ensure that it does not exist. We need to address it in our community, but we have to address it in our schools. I know many, including myself, and I've said this to many people, wish there was a secret sauce that if we did just one action, that it would completely remove hate speech and it would never exist again. I wish there was. If I knew what that secret sauce was and there was one thing I could do, I would do it faster than you can imagine. But there is not one secret thing that we can do. And so, as Dr. Watson mentioned, we're employing a lot of different methods across the district to ensure that we're addressing this. We're training in implicit bias, cultural sensitivity. When it happens at our schools, we're addressing it, we're talking to students, we're applying discipline where needed, because we truly care deeply about this issue. And I think the challenge is that sometimes what people want done, and I understand why, is we want to build fences. And what I mean by that is Molly Grisham, who's a leadership coach, she talks about the opportunity to build fences or to create watering holes. And she uses the analogy of ranchers who had a lot of land and wanted to ensure the safety of their livestock. And so they could erect fences, which are very expensive to erect and a lot of land to cover, and they have to be sustained. Or a better way of creating and ensuring safety is to create watering holes. And watering holes are places that nourish and build community. And when you have watering holes, you don't need fences quite as much. Now, I understand that we need fences, and that's why we have the board policy that we created. And I think it's a really firm stance that the district has taken to ensure that we have respectful, inclusive, and safe learning environments for every single one of our students. However, I'm asking that everyone in our community, whether you're a staff member, a community member, a parent, a student, that this year you help us build watering holes. Because if we can weed out hate speech because we've built places that are inclusive and are nourishing, that is more long-lasting than trying to discipline our way out of a problem. We will hold up the board policy, and we always, when necessary, will employ discipline when it's needed. But creating a community, creating a place where people can come together, where students feel safe, where they feel like they belong, where they feel like they're included, that is a stronger solution to any problem, and it's a much more long-lasting solution to the problem. And so I said it earlier, I'm going to repeat it again. There is no room for hate in our schools. We are working with children. Children. We cannot have hate in our schools. And that means we will actively protect them from discrimination, from harassment, from intimidation, from bullying, from any action that is motivated by hate behavior. I truly believe that our strength lies in our diversity. That what is special about us is the unique spirit that each of us has, that we bring each and every day when we come to school. And so this year, I ask that we collectively work at honoring and respecting one another more than we ever have. Because if we can choose empathy over indifference and really seek to understand one another and not judge one another, we'll really create a special place in Desert Sands, a place where students can really live up to their potential and thrive like we've never seen before. So I know I am looking forward to an incredible year ahead, looking forward to a year filled with lots of learning, but also with kindness and with caring and with respect, where we truly, truly support each other in an unwavering way. Thank you.
Thank you. And at this time, I'd like to give everybody that came for recognition the opportunity to go and celebrate with your friends and family, unless you are staying for the remainder of the meeting. Public comments on open session items. Communications from the floor. In accordance with the Board Bylaw 9323, time is reserved during Board of Education meetings for public comment. Members of the public are invited to address the Board of Education in person during meetings on any item of the agenda, on any matter within the board's subject matter jurisdiction for regular meetings only. Each speaker is allowed up to 3 minutes with a total of 20 minutes allotted per item, including non-agenda items. Speakers are not permitted to cede or donate their time to others. The board president, with the concurrence of the board, may extend this time as needed. In accordance with the Board Bylaw 9323.2 and the Brown Act, the board may not discuss or take action on any item that is not listed on the proposed agenda. Please be advised that there is a possibility that some items discussed during public comment may not be developmentally appropriate for minors. We may ask that parents use their discretion when choosing to remain in the boardroom during public comment. If you choose to leave the room, you may wait in the overflow location at the end of the hallway and will be notified when public comments have concluded. I will ask that technology turn the microphone off at 3 minutes, please. So one online public comment is from Jennifer Chapman. I am writing as a concerned parent of our desert community regarding the August start date for the upcoming and future school years. This is the hottest time of the year in our valley with extreme temperatures that make prolonged outdoor exposure unsafe. Most of our district schools lack indoor cafeterias and gymnasiums, meaning students are forced to eat outside in the heat and often miss recess and physical education due to unsafe conditions. As adults, we take precautions to avoid being outdoors during peak heat, so why should we expect children who are more vulnerable to endure it? This extreme weather also impacts the safety and well-being of school site monitors, teachers, crossing guards, and all staff members who must work outside. The risks include heat exhaustion, dehydration, and other heat-related illnesses. Shifting the start of the school to after Labor Day would help ensure a safer, healthier environment for students and staff. It would allow children to enjoy recess and PE and have comfortable meal times and start the year in conditions that support both learning and well-being. I respectfully ask the board to consider adjusting the calendar to prioritize the safety of everyone on our campuses. Okay. Priscilla Bees? Baez? Sorry.
Esteemed board and community members, my name is Priscilla Baez, and I come here today as an active community member, a children's mental health provider, and as a concerned parent over the likely setbacks that children and families from Amelia Earhart and Truman Elementary will endure this academic year. I am referring to the drastic shift in school start times that have been set for the 2025-26 school year. For these schools, Amelia Earhart starting at 7:45 a.m. now, Truman Elementary at 7:50 a.m. This is a shift earlier into the day of nearly a whole hour. As a parent, and I also speak for other parents who are not able to come today, we feel that we have been in some ways bypassed in this decision-making process. As a children's mental health provider, I ask that you take into deeper consideration the research by the CDC, child development experts, and mental health specialists that warn against such early start times, and reconsider their uniform consensus and earnest recommendations for starting school by 8:30 a.m. or later, for optimal benefits to overall health, especially mental health and healthy childhood development, and for excellence in academics. And as a community member, representing also other concerned parents and community members, we ask that you vet this decision more thoroughly, more so through the experience of our most disadvantaged and vulnerable populations. The census states that 77% of Desert Sands Unified School District students are considered socioeconomically disadvantaged. We are talking about more than 3/4 of our student population. At the micro and meso levels, our community's children and families will be negatively affected functionally, economically, mentally, And at the meso and macro levels, our community at large, and primarily our school institutions, will also be negatively impacted economically and functionally, as this shift is starting to take a bigger toll on chronic absences, an issue that we've been dealing with since the return of the pandemic. This will lead to more students falling behind across varying life aspects. Teachers will be additionally burdened with dysfunctions this change will create in classrooms, and there will be added burden and tension across our district community, thus further disrupting the function and harmony of our community. At minimum, we ask for some explanation or justification as to how this decision was made. At most, we ask that you reconsider this drastic shift in school start times at Truman and at Amelia Earhart. And arrive at a reasonable compromise for adjusting these school start times. We propose for start times between 8:10 to 8:20 a.m. as it is understood that there needs to be some staggering due to congested areas. Will you work with us on this change for better health and harmony in our community? Thank you.
Cruz? Cruz? Okay. That concludes public comments. Information, 1, disposal of surplus property report per resolution number 30/2024-2025, and 2, the actuarial study of retiree health liabilities, GASB 74/75. Staff conference items, we have none. Public hearing, there are none. And are you ready? General functions, business services, there are 5 items. In general functions, business services, is there a motion to take these as a group or individually?
Motion to take them as a group.
Is there a second? Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. General functions, educational services, there are 18 items in general functions, educational services. Is there a motion to take these as a group or individually?
Horace.
Linda, is there a second?
Second, Pierce.
Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. General functions, personnel services. There are 3 items in general functions, personnel services. Is there a motion to take these as a group or individually?
Take them as a group, Pierce.
Is there a second? Is there any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. General functions, student support services, there are none. General functions, superintendent, there are none. Consent items, student matters, Dr. May Volmar.
Yes, tonight in closed session, the board took action to approve the following student matters. Reinstatement student case 23/24-16 on a motion made by trustee Alvarez and seconded by trustee Porras. The motion carried 4-0 with the board accepting the recommendation of reinstatement. Reinstatement case 23/24-31 on a motion made by trustee Porras, seconded by trustee Alvarez. The motion carried 4-0 with the board accepting the recommendation of reinstatement. Reinstatement case 23/24-41 on a motion made by trustee Porras, seconded by trustee Alvarez. The motion carried 5-0 with the board accepting the recommendation of reinstatement. Reinstatement student case 23/24-66 on a motion made by trustee Porras, seconded by trustee Alvarez. The motion carried 5-0 with the board accepting the recommendation of reinstatement. Stipulated expulsion case 24/25-04 on a motion made by trustee Porras, seconded by trustee Alvarez. The motion carried 5-0 with the board accepting the recommendation of the stipulated expulsion order. Stipulated expulsion case 24/25-14 on a motion made by trustee Porras, seconded by trustee Alvarez. The motion carried 5-0 with the board accepting the recommendation of this. My papers got mixed up. I'm so sorry. I'll keep reading. I read them out of order. Sorry. Board accepted the recommendation of stipulated expulsion order. Reinstatement case 24/25-51 on a motion made by trustee Porras and seconded by trustee Alvarez. The motion carried 5-0 with the board accepting the recommendation of the stipulated, of the reinstatement. My language is wrong. That's sorry. Now stipulated expulsion case 24/25-59 on a motion made by trustee Porras, seconded by trustee Alvarez. The motion carried 5-0 with the board accepting the recommendation of the stipulated expulsion. And then stipulated expulsion case 24/25-76 On a motion made by trustee Porras, seconded by trustee Alvarez, the motion carried 5-0. And just to clarify, the first two stipulated expulsions that I read were actually reinstatement cases. That was 24/25-04 and 24/25-14. Both passed on motions by Porras and Alvarez with a 5-0 vote. Thank you. Sorry about that.
24, consent items, business services. There are 12 items in consent items, business services. Is there a motion to take these as a group or individually? Is there a second?
Second, Porras.
Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Consent items, educational services. There are 28 items in consent items, educational services. Is there a motion to take these as a group? Is there a second?
Second, Pierce.
Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Consent items, personnel services, there are none. Consent items, student support services, there are 11 items in consent items, student support services. Is there a motion to take these as a group? Is there a second?
Second, Pierce.
Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Consent items, superintendent. There is one item in consent items, superintendent. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Personnel action certificated. Dr. Hyde.
Thank you very much, President Watson. We have one retirement that I'm honored to announce, and that's Cynthia Kiernan from Kennedy Elementary School, who is retiring after 10 years of service to the district. So congratulations, Cynthia.
Is there a motion?
Second.
Torres and Alvarez. Any discussion?
Congratulations and for making it to the finish line. Enjoy your retirement.
Favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Personnel actions classified. Dr. Hyde.
There are no retirements to announce in classified this
Is there a
meeting.
motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Call out of closed session actions. Dr. Maplemore.
Yes, tonight in closed session, under agenda item 3.2, general release and settlement agreement, SSS number 01/2025-2026, on a motion made by trustee Porras, seconded by trustee Alvarez. The motion carried 5-0, with the board accepting the recommendation to approve the settlement agreement. Also tonight in closed session, under agenda item 3.3, we have several management positions that were board approved. Under certificate management recommendation, assistant principal at Indio High School, James Atkins, assistant principal Page Middle School, Maribel Ramirez, assistant principal Palm Desert Charter Middle School, Shannon Palermidi. Did I say that right? Palermidi, I want to say the name right. Principal at John Glydd Middle School, Jay Harper. Principal for Johnson Elementary School, Julia Alberg Burbank. Principal for Monroe Elementary School, Caitlin Hubbard. And for classified management recommendations, Director of Security and Safety Services, Ephraim Jacobo. And Site Manager for Nutrition Services, William Rubio. All these passed on a motion made by Trustee Dr. Watson, seconded by Trustee Porras within a unanimous vote. Also tonight in closed session, under agenda item 3.4, the board took action to accept the suspension of classified employee 231747, groundskeeper 1, under the terms of the settlement agreement, passed on a motion made by trustee Porras, seconded by trustee Alvarez, and the roll call vote was unanimous.
Okay. Suggestion for future agenda items that receive at least 3 votes. Ms. Pierce?
I have none.
Mr. Alvarez?
None at this time.
Ms. Porras?
None.
Mr. Duran?
I have one. In looking through the packet, I saw a company called Purple Communications, and So I looked into them, and I'm very impressed. And, I like the fact that I have two passions, you're about to hear them, language and art, and none of which I'm any good at. But, but I was curious about the Purple Communications, and it was, so it led me to thinking again, what languages do we offer again for our, for our students here? And for example, sign language, I saw that they did that. And I thought, like, so why are we contracting out of state? I'm just asking myself these questions. I'm not looking for an answer or a gotcha or anything like that. I'm just saying, and what are we doing to prepare our students so later on maybe they can either be in this field? Because I think, and even with AI and all the stuff to turn on your computer, you talk and then it says what you say, I still think it comes down to really understanding the grammatics and the people contact that it creates when you do that kind of stuff. So I was wondering if maybe I could get a list, or we could, if they agree, everybody agrees, of just what languages do we teach, what languages do we think they might be needed. I mean, I sit at a table every day at lunch, and there, I guess I can say there's Korean lady speaks Korean, Vietnamese lady speaks Vietnamese, a Chinese lady speaks, and then there's me, and then there's, and I think, wow, the power, like in the school of 12, because of the language connections and the places that they go, and it opens those barriers, and I know we talked about that earlier, and I found that years ago I said, to me, travel is a contact sport. I don't go to see places, I go to see people. And that line has got me into more places that I've never dreamt of. And I want our students, because I think the biggest thing, the biggest cog in the wheel or whatever they call it, is that we just don't speak the same language sometimes. And so I want to see kind of stuff like that. And then, of course, the art, sign language too is big on that too. I don't know why or if we do. We should have one of those. And then the popularity, like, are they taking more Italian, or are they taking more French, are they taking more Spanish? And then lastly, with the art classes, which art classes that we offer, and what do we think we could do to install that? Because I think when students are in a classroom where they feel that they're really comfortable, that's when they connect. And it's not necessarily, I don't know, it's just more community, is what I'm trying to say. And it's not to say, because I stumbled, I guess, and I'll just share out loud. I stumbled on a picture. One of my daughters just flew down. And ironically, going through a box, I found a picture that she drew. And she literally said, "Dad, I could never draw arms." But it was a picture of her and me. And it was like really cool. Actually, I have a picture I could probably show you guys later. But anyway, so it just spurred all this today. And then researching the Purple Communications. And then listening to Dr. Kelly, May Volmer, who I think is absolutely stupendous and no better leader that I've ever think sat at this dais with. But I'm out there too every day, and I do see the tension, and I do see, like there used to be a word, right? They used a French word, was a détente when I was young. It's called the easing of tensions, right? It's a French word. I didn't know that. I knew that because I took 10th grade world history. And Mr. Francis Ferrani taught me that word. And I thought I was so cool because I had one word, détente. Yeah, I can say the other song too, which I learned I say too well, and it's not. But that's power. So I don't know. That's what I want to know. And how do we? Because I think if we mix and we mingle, right, then we come out a little bit better. I don't know. What we're doing now, what are we doing now, and what do we think, so that we can see it, and then we can start saying to ourselves, what do we think breaks down these, or what brings people back together?
Yeah, we can get you all of that in a Friday letter, absolutely, yeah.
And with the art too, or whatever, and whatever happened to ceramics, man? I used to like that bat and throw in clay.
There's still ceramics, yeah. Yeah. Linda, there's ceramics, huh? Yeah. At some of the schools, right?
Yeah, Actually, a lot of our elementary schools do ceramics. Mm-hmm.
High school too, right?
Well, yeah, some of our high schools have ceramics too.
There's ceramics.
With the bat and they throw in the oven to kill them.
Yeah. Ceramics.
I gotta get out there and see the art thing. I gotta see the art thing.
Right. So,
all right, that's it.
I don't have anything for an agenda, but I do with the start of the school year, and you know how I feel about it, the heat mitigation. I just want to make sure that we're reiterating to our sites, it's not an option. Heat mitigation has to be addressed. I also want to make sure that, and I know I've addressed it with you, Dr. May-Volmar, but those rooms that are being utilized for PE, that we're addressing those rooms that are being utilized for dance and color guard and things like that, that those temperatures are being dropped during the heat mitigation time, so we're not missing out on.
Absolutely, yes, and that information has been conveyed, and all of the principals have been reminded by Mr. Kent and Dr. Gustafson, I do believe, about heat mitigation and the responsibilities there within.
Thank you. Protect our kids.
One more item, just an update on Oliphant. Remember I mentioned to you about the last time I visited Oliphant, the blacktop where the students were. Yes. Get an update.
Okay, and I do remember Corey Stone. Does she still teach at India High?
Yeah. In 88. That was in 88.
Maybe not, but it's still around. All right. The next regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Education is September 2nd, 2025 in the District Education Center Boardroom, 47950 Dune Palms Road, La Quinta, California. We do not need to reconvene to close session. This meeting is adjourned at 8:01 p.m.